kingdom in action. Today I'm going to interview a friend of mine named Micah, who's recently been in 20 countries. Micah's seen all kinds of great things happen in the kingdom, but he's seen awesome things happen in the United States. Often, Christians in the United States think that they need to go on a mission trip to see the amazing things of the kingdom. But we're going to show you today in this interview that that's just not the case. You can be part of the action. So I hope you enjoy the interview. In countries, how is this kingdom translating? What goes in each place?
The message of Jesus is for every man, right? Because man, woman, and child. I mean, because we know at the end of the book, he wants every culture, every tribe, every tongue, every language in front of his throne. Mm-hmm. So obviously, he's given us this message that will fit in each paradigm. One of my frustrations, I'll get to the question you're asking, is sometimes people will say to me, especially if I tell stories about God moving in the nations while I'm in the U.S., they'll say, oh yeah, God always does wonderful things in the nations, he doesn't do it here. Which, you know, the first time I ever saw deaf ears open was in an Arby's.
Wow. All right, here.
Yeah, it was
really? In the U.S.?
Yeah, it was right. Walk in, this guy he was deaf in both ears. His wife had to communicate for us, and God just opened up his ears.
Wow, that's awesome.
The truth though is it's not that greater miracles happen outside of the U.S. In my life, the greatest miracles happen the farther away from church I am. Because miracles are always given as a testament of the life of Jesus. Okay. I mean, we're telling people a weird message. We're saying, guys, I follow this man that lived 2,000 years ago, but don't worry, he's alive today. Right? That's weird. Anyone you say it to, you say that to. But then you say, watch this.
Right.
And they say, oh, it's real. So
encountering the power of the words backed up by...
It's backed up by him.
Confirmed by the presence of the Spirit.
I just remembered this thing that happened. I was telling my mother yesterday. It happened probably, I was 17 or 18. I don't remember all the details of the story, but I remember the outcome. I was driving down the road in my hometown, and I saw this man walking down the street. And I knew the Holy Spirit was speaking to me, so I stopped the car, and I went over to him. I said something like, God said to stop and talk to you because he sees the pain you've been through, and he sent me to tell you he sees it. And this guy is a bit hostile, and he says to me, who are you to say God knows what kind of pain I'm in? And I said, that's just what God said. And he goes, well, what's your name? I said, my name's Micah. His eyes filled with tears. And he said, it's true. He said, my pain is that I lost my son, and his name was Micah.
Wow.
I know. Amazing. I'm like, my reaction, I'm not like, God bless him. I'm like, oh, really? Wow. His name was Micah? Yeah, but it's this idea that the message of the kingdom is for the brokenhearted. The message for the kingdom is for those in need. The message of the kingdom is for those who are overwhelmed with loneliness and bitterness and brokenness. And so Jesus fits wherever that is, whatever the language is, whatever the worldview is, whatever the religion is. He fits that. Right. And he's looking for people who will say, yes, Lord, I want to carry that to anybody.